The production of livestock is polluting and depleting our water. What are livestock? Livestock are domesticated animals like horses, pigs, goats, cows, sheep, and poultry, and they are raised in agricultural settings, and in these settings they're used for things like food, fiber, and labor. The importance of clean water. We all know that clean water is important and they use for drinking, cooking, personal hygiene, recreation, keeping plants alive, and healthy grow of farm crops and other farm stock. Did you know only 2.5% of all water resources are freshwater? 70% of our freshwater is inaccessible to humans as it is locked in glaciers and permanent snow caps. Water's role in the production of livestock. Water is mainly used in drinking and servicing livestock and product processing. Drinking and servicing. The average cow weighs 1,500 pounds and needs 15 gallons of water every day, which is a lot of water. And product processing involves washing and cleaning carcasses, and processing livestock results in 1% of global water use. This is a visual. The beef cattle on the left side are processed in these different farms into what the middle picture is meat, and that process results in polluted water that we see on the right. How is the water polluted? Livestock waste, which we see in the photo below. There are many cows. There's waste all around with also water puddles. And on the right we see meat processing, which seems to be in a factory farm where the meat is being, cut, cleaned, all that type of thing. Livestock waste. A single dairy cow produces approximately 120 pounds of wet manure per day. So that is quite a bit of manure. And if you multiply that by the amount of cows that there are in each of these farms, that accounts for a lot of waste. And it gets into our groundwater and streams through poorly lined structures, poorly maintained corrals. When these corrals aren't cleaned often and are not cleaned thoroughly, manure becomes concentrated near the water and feeding areas of the animals and then eventually seeps into the ground. In stormwater runoff control, when the livestock eliminate waste near flowing streams and other flowing water, they become barren of plant water, and this increases the contaminated runoff. Water is used to clean meat. Wastewater, when cleaning meat, contains things like fat, blood, hair, and bones, which contain bacteria, parasites, and chemicals. And wastewater is not diluted enough, so these chemicals and parasites need to be diluted from this water to the point where they don't exist anymore, and many of these farms do not do that. Water contamination effects on humans, so this is mainly through water-related diseases. When large amounts of nitrate are present in livestock waste, it can be extremely harmful to humans. And an example of this is infants up to 3 months of age are particularly susceptible to high nitrate levels and develop blue baby syndrome, which is a fatal blood disorder that can be very dangerous. And cryptosporidium is a parasite often associated with water that has been polluted by human or animal waste and can be harmful to humans as well. And an example of this is in 1993, high amounts of cryptosporidium became present in Milwaukee's water and resulted in 100 deaths, and over 400,000 people became ill. Water contamination effects on the environment. Ruptured lagoons. So a lagoon is an open air pit where the animal's urine and manure is put into, and it builds up and up, and when it's filled too high it can overflow, and then if it's too full it starts to soak into the ground, which then gets into our groundwater. Ways to reduce the water pollution. Relocate the animals farther away from the water sources. Dilute the wastewater that we talked about when cleaning the carcasses, and if these lagoons are emptied more frequently, the germs and things like that won't be able to soak down and won't overflow. Way humans can help support livestock farms that use sustainable practices. So when you're grocery shopping, buy meat labels that say organic, free range, and antibiotic free. Supporting these sustainable livestock farms is going to result in less water because those that don't use those sustainable practices won't be as successful. And remember, clean water is essential for healthy living.